Sandra and George work as welders on the construction site. They were good friends who would routinely have lunch together during their break. When Sandra first started, George introduced her to their co-workers and was always attentive to her. Several times, he invited her to have a drink after work, but Sandra always rejected his proposals. She preferred to get home early and spend time with her children. George became more and more insistent with his advances. He kept asking her out, and Sandra soon felt that he was harassing her. One day, George managed to get her alone in a tool shed. He told her that it was all right to play hard to get, but that he had run out of patience. As soon as Sandra figured out what was happening, she ran to the window and screamed for help. Julian and Charles, two co-workers on the same crew, ran to her aid and kicked down the door. Sandra was able to break free from George and run away. It was clear to Julian and Charles what happened. Julian told himself that he should remain silent, as he could not afford to lose his job. Charles, on the other hand, decided he would not cover up such behavior and recounted what had happened to the manager. When the construction manager called George to his office to discuss what had happened, George defended himself, saying it was a misunderstanding and Sandra was just imagining things. The manager felt the incident warranted a report to the executing agency, which immediately brought in the grievance redress manager to begin an investigation. As Sandra discussed the issue, it became clear that George had harassed her. She had hoped that one day he would just get tired and leave her alone. She had not reported him for fear of losing her job. The grievance redress manager summoned George and made clear what was wrong. George could not touch Sandra or any other project worker, whether by force or through deception, without their consent. It was also made clear that silence does not imply consent. Even if Sandra had consented to the relationship, she is free to change her mind at any time. His actions constituted sexual abuse, and the project does not tolerate this type of behavior from its workers. George now waits for the executing agency to decide his fate. They have already informed him that his actions were very serious and that he will be severely punished. The IDB promotes a strict zero-tolerance policy for any act of violence or sexual harassment against project workers or any person in the community. Penalties for offenders can be severe.